always knew of Olorato because our parents were very close, and our two families are just a very deep part of each other's lives. But we were always in school in different provinces and never having the chance to really come together until 2022. In 2022, we decided that we wanted to go for lunch together, and we went to Clear. And Olorato ordered sushi, oysters, and white wine. That's what we had. And that day I thought to myself, yo, this girl loves herself. She loves herself and haitopi mo bophelong. We later continued to grow our friendship, but the biggest part of our friendship has been since July last year. Olo came back for a few months before she went on her trip to backpack Southeast Asia. Our friendship grew a lot in that time, and she would have given me a side eye when I say friendship, because she always said we weren't friends, we were cousins. So in the last 9 months, we've spent a lot of time together. Mama Poppy knows I would call her and say, please come and kidnap me. And when I would say that, Mama Poppy would laugh and say, and the kidnapping was because whenever I needed space or I just needed a breather, she was there. She held space for me and had room for me. And that was Olorato, always showing up for people, no matter how inconvenient it is or how non-practical it may be. She made sure. Olo and I spent a lot of time speaking on the phone. We spent a lot of time with Mama Poppy together, watching shows, and just the past 6 months or so, Olo had gone through a lot, and through every trial that she was going through, she always said, God is testing me, and he wants me to submit to him and trust him wholeheartedly in every single battle that I'm fighting.
Every single person that did play that part in her life, and I appreciate the fact that I spent that Saturday with her from 9 a.m. at church, and I invited her over to my house to have braai. Little did I know that it would be a good braai affair. However, I appreciate the fact that I hugged her at least 5 times that day, and I told her I love her more than I've ever done before. And I'm glad that she left knowing exactly how I felt, and she knew where I stood with her. And Mama Askis, that this is happening. I'm sorry that this happened, but I do understand. As much as I hate how she left, she did not deserve the way that she left. She's the least person that deserved to leave the way that she did. But I do understand that it is all of us' journey. We are all destined to go back to home where we belong. And God has definitely carried her and is carrying her, and we shall carry her in our hearts for the rest of our lives. For as long as we live, she will live. Thank you.
Friends and family of 30-year-old Olorato Mongale have gathered at the City Hall in her hometown of Bloemfontein this Sunday morning, of course, to bid farewell to her. Now, Mongale unfortunately was brutally murdered last week, Sunday, in Gauteng, and of course that was her best friend Okokejo, detailing and bidding farewell, of course, to her best friend in that very moving speech, you guys. And unfortunately, 2 of the 3 suspects which were sought by police in connection with the killing of Olorato Mongale are currently out on bail. This was revealed by National Police spokesperson Athlinda Mathe during a brief outside the Pretoria Magistrate Court on Thursday. Mathe said Phila Nkosi Makhanya and Bonginkosi Mtimkulu were arrested for kidnapping and robbery, and they were released last in April. We had actually arrested 2 of the 3 suspects that we are looking for on the 20th of April this year. We arrested them on charge of kidnapping and robbery in Brakpan area, where a vigilant police officer was conducting his regular patrol. He came across a suspicious looking vehicle, a VW Polo, the same VW Polo in question, and when he was confronted, the suspect, he found that they had just kidnapped a woman and robbed her. We immediately placed these two suspects on the arrest, and on the 22nd of April, they appeared in court on charges of kidnapping and robbery, and on the 36th of April, they got bail, so they're currently out on bail. Matesa, she said that the suspects are linked to other various cases too. Mongale's lifeless body was discovered over the weekend, abandoned in Lombardy outside Alexandra, northern of Johannesburg. Now on Wednesday night, police issued a statement where they identify Makanya and Fezile Ngubeni as people of interest in the murder. Now, this after the VW that picked up Mongale from her Joburg residence for a date was found at a panel beating workshop in KwaZulu-Natal, Phoenix. And one of the suspects was actually found in Durban, and he was shot and killed by police. We're definitely sending out our deepest and sincere condolences to the Mongale family, and may Olorato Mongale's soul just rest in peace.